Welcome, everyone. Today, I'm going to show you how to get addicted to English. Not just for a few days, not just when you're motivated, but permanently, for the rest of your life. If you've ever started learning English and then quit, if you've ever felt excited one day but bored the next, if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I stay consistent with English? Why do I always lose interest? Then this video is for you. Because the truth is, it's not your fault. Your brain is not broken. You are not lazy. You've just never been taught how to fall in love with English. This is not a video about grammar or vocabulary. This is a video about rewiring your brain to love English, to crave English, to need English like food, to make English your identity, your lifestyle, your daily obsession. This is not motivation for one day. This is a complete system to make English a permanent part of your life. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will feel different. You will see English differently. And you will say, this is the moment my English journey truly began. So listen till the end. And subscribe to our channel. Because this channel is not here to just teach English. It's here to change your relationship with English forever. Let's begin. Part 1. Train your brain to love English. If you want to get addicted to English, you must stop treating English like a subject. This is the #1 reason people fail. They treat English like mathematics, like science, like homework. But English is not a subject. It's not something you complete or pass. English is a language, and a language is living. It's how we feel. It's how we express our emotions. It's how we understand the world. It's how we connect with people. It's how we show love, fear, anger, joy. And if you treat English like a lifeless subject, your brain will never fall in love with it. So the first step is simple. You must train your brain to love English like a passion, like your favorite movie, like your favorite person, like your favorite food. Step 1. Change the identity of English in your brain. Ask yourself this question. What does English mean to me? For many learners, the answer is, English is difficult, English is confusing, English is scary. English reminds me of failure. English is something I'm not good at. If this is your story, then your brain will always try to escape English. It will run away. It will find distractions. It will find excuses every time. But now, starting today, we change the story. Starting today, you must tell your brain, English is my key to freedom. English is my power. English is my superpower. English is how I will travel the world. English is how I will become confident. English is my future. Say it out loud. Every day. Repeat it until your brain starts to believe it. Because the truth is, the brain learns through emotion and repetition. If you tell it something with emotion again and again, it accepts it as truth. This is how people get addicted to anything. They associate it with pleasure, with power, with identity. Step 2. Use emotional triggers for English. Here's the most powerful secret of this video. People don't get addicted to things. They get addicted to how those things make them feel. For example, someone who's addicted to their phone. They're not addicted to the phone. They're addicted to the dopamine they feel when they scroll. Same with food, movies, or even love. Now let's apply this to English. If English makes you feel bored, tired, frustrated, your brain will reject it. But if English makes you feel powerful, excited, inspired, your brain will start to want more of it. So here's what you must do. Create emotional English experiences. How? Listen to English podcasts that inspire you. Watch English movies that make you cry. Read English stories that make you feel love or fear or joy. Speak English while looking at yourself in the mirror and say, I am powerful, I am fluent, I am unstoppable. Train your brain to connect English with emotion. And slowly, your brain will start asking for more English, not because you should, but because it feels good. Step 3. Use the 3-2-1 addicted loop every morning. Here's a daily exercise to start training your brain. The 3-2-1 addicted loop takes just 6 minutes. 3 minutes. Watch something inspiring in English. A motivational video, a speech, a story, a scene from your favorite movie. 2 minutes. Speak out loud. Repeat what you learned. Shadow it. Try to say it with emotion. Train your mouth plus brain together. 1 minute, close your eyes and say, English is my future. English is my power. English is who I am. Do this every morning before you touch your phone or start your day. Why? Because your brain is most sensitive in the morning. That's when new beliefs enter easily. And if your first emotional experience of the day is English, your brain will start building a new connection. A connection that says, I feel good when I speak English. And that is how addiction begins. Not from force, but from feeling. Step 4. Think like a champion. Ask yourself, how does a champion learn a language? Not like a student. A champion learns with purpose, with passion, with a reason, with desire. They don't say, I have to study. They say, I want to grow. And the difference between success and failure in English is not your intelligence. It's not your age. It's not your grammar. It's how you feel about English every day. If English feels like pain, your brain will avoid it. If English feels like power, your brain will crave it. Part 2. Change your environment to English. Let me begin with a powerful truth. Your environment is stronger than your motivation. You may feel excited after watching this video. You may say, yes, I will learn English every day from now. But what happens after 1 week? Your energy goes down. You get busy, you feel lazy. And slowly, English disappears again. Why? Because your environment pulls you back. If you live in a house where nobody speaks English, if your phone is in your native language, if all your apps, friends, and routines are in your native language, then your environment is designed to kill your English habit. Even if you are highly motivated, if your environment doesn't support your goal, you will eventually fail. So what is the solution? You must create an English environment around yourself. Even if you live in a non-English country. Yes, it's possible. Yes, you can do it. And I'll now show you exactly how. Step 1. Turn your phone into an English training machine. Your phone is not just a device. It is a language immersion tool, if you use it correctly. Here's what to do. Change your phone's language settings to English. This will train your brain to recognize everyday vocabulary automatically. Rename your apps. For example, WhatsApp, talk, camera, take picture. Notes. My English brain. Make your brain see English every time you touch your phone. Delete all apps that waste your time in your native language. Replace them with English learning apps, English podcasts, English YouTube playlists. Use your lock screen wallpaper as a motivational English quote. I speak English confidently. English is my identity. Practice daily. Power daily. This is called passive brain rewiring. You are not studying, but your brain is constantly seeing English, feeling English, recognizing English, building new patterns. Over time, your brain begins to expect English. And that's how you build addiction. Step 2. Create a 24/7 English audio world. What you listen to affects how you think. Your thoughts come from your ears. So ask yourself, what kind of sounds are entering my ears every day? If your day is filled with your native language, then your brain is staying in that world. But if your ears hear English for hours, even if you don't understand every word, even if you're just walking, cleaning, eating, your brain is absorbing the rhythm, sound, flow, structure. It's called passive listening immersion. And this is how babies learn. They hear English for hundreds of hours before they even try to speak. So let's bring that same magic to your life. Do this. Start every morning with 10 minutes of English audio. Don't check your phone. Just play an English podcast or motivational video. While doing household chores, play English in the background. Cleaning, walking, cooking, waiting in line. Let your environment whisper English into your brain. Go to sleep with English sounds playing softly. Your subconscious will absorb it during rest. Choose voices you enjoy. If the voice is boring, your brain won't listen. If the voice is emotional or interesting, you will stay connected. The goal is simple. Make silence your enemy, and English your background. Step 3. Use the English mirror rule. Let me give you a very powerful trick. Every time you look into a mirror, you must say at least one sentence in English. Why? Because the mirror is something you see many times a day. In your bedroom, bathroom, lift, store, etc. Use it as a trigger. Every time you see your reflection, speak in English. It can be small. I look tired today. I have to finish my English lesson. This shirt looks good on me. I will succeed. This is how you create micro habits. These small, repeated actions. They slowly train your brain to make English automatic. The mirror becomes your speaking partner. And most importantly, you're training your brain to speak without fear of judgment. Step 4. Decorate your physical space with English. Now let's go beyond the digital world. Let's bring English into your physical world. Because the things you see every day create your thoughts, emotions, habits. So you must surround yourself with English. Here's how to do it. Write your favorite English quotes on sticky notes. Put them on your mirror, fridge, door, walls. For example, never give up. I speak English fluently. I am improving every day. English is my future. Create a small English corner in your room. Put your English books, headphones, notebook, pen there. Light a candle. Add a plant. Make it a sacred space. A space that tells your brain, this is where I become powerful. Place a daily English target on your wall. Today's goal: 5 new words, 10 minutes shadowing, 1 self-talk session. This system will give your brain constant reminders. English is not something you do once. It's part of your day, your identity, your atmosphere. Step 5. Replace 30 minutes of native content with English content. Let's be honest. Most people spend 2 to 3 hours every day watching YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Netflix, all in their native language. And then they say, I don't have time for English. But the truth is, you don't need more time. You just need to replace time. Start small. Replace 30 minutes of native language content with English content. If you usually watch your favorite show in your language, try watching the same show in English with English subtitles. If you scroll YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, scroll in English. Choose pages that help you improve. Even a small change, 30 minutes a day, can completely reprogram your language center over 6 months. Step 6. Speak English, even if nobody understands you. One of the biggest excuses learners give is, "There's nobody to speak English with." That's not a problem. That's an opportunity. Because now you must become your own English partner. Here's what to do. Talk to yourself in English while walking, cooking, waiting. Explain what you're doing. Now I'm making tea. This smells amazing. Today is a good day to practice English. Narrate your life like a movie. She looked at her phone. The time was 6:15 a.m. Another beautiful morning to become fluent. If you're brave, start using English phrases even with your family. Just short ones. Don't worry if they don't understand. They will get used to it. This is about creating a brain-level shift. You are training your brain to speak English even when it's uncomfortable, so that one day it becomes natural. If you change your environment, you change your identity. If you change your identity, you change your destiny. Don't wait for the perfect teacher. Don't wait for English speakers to magically appear. Become your own environment. Build your own English world. On your phone, in your room, in your mirror, in your ears, in your mind. Because once your environment starts speaking English to you, your brain will have no choice but to fall in love with it. And that's how addiction begins. Part 3. Connect English with emotion. Let's begin with a question. Why do you still remember your first love, your worst fight, or the saddest moment of your life, even after 10 years? It's not because you memorized it. It's because you felt it. The brain forgets facts, but the heart never forgets emotions. So, if you want English to become unforgettable, if you want it to stay in your brain forever, if you want to think in English, speak in English, dream in English, then you must stop learning only with logic and start learning with emotion. That is the secret behind long-term addiction to English. Emotion is what makes a language stick to your soul. And in this part, I'll teach you how to make English emotional, so you fall in love with it on a deeper level than ever before. Step 1. Understand the science. Why emotion creates memory. Here's the simple science. When you feel a strong emotion, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, adrenaline, and cortisol. These chemicals make your brain pay attention and remember. That's why you remember emotional scenes from movies, but forget what you read in your textbook yesterday. Now imagine using this power in your English learning. If you connect emotion to the words you hear, speak, and write, your brain will automatically start remembering them. Not because you are studying, but because your brain says, "This is important. This means something. I must keep this." So how do we bring emotion into English? Step 2. Watch English content that makes you feel something. Many learners say, "I watch English movies, but I don't improve." The problem is, they are watching without feeling. They're watching to learn, but not to live. So here's what you must do. Stop watching English content that feels boring. Start watching what touches your heart. Choose English movies or shows that make you laugh out loud, cry silently, feel angry, feel inspired, feel connected, feel scared, feel love, feel pain. Because when your heart is open, your brain listens more deeply. Real example. Watch a scene from a movie like The Pursuit of Happiness. When Will Smith cries while holding his son in the bathroom, your heart feels something deep. Now watch it again with English subtitles. Now repeat the dialogue. Now pause and speak it out loud. Now close your eyes and feel the pain behind those words. That's emotional immersion. And that's what creates powerful brain links to English. Even if you watch just 2 minutes of something powerful, but you feel it, you'll remember it better than hours of lifeless learning. Step 3. Write your emotions in English. Every day. This may be the most important habit of your life. Start writing your feelings in English every day. Not grammar exercises. Not copying sample sentences. Not translation. I mean your real feelings. What you're scared of. What you're excited about. What made you angry today? What you're dreaming of. What you're proud of. What you're hiding. Because when you write your truth in English, you are building a personal connection with the language. Suddenly, English becomes the language of your inner world. Your secrets, your memories, your identity. You stop seeing English as something foreign. It becomes your language, your voice. Try this. Every night before bed, write 5 sentences in English. For example, I felt very anxious today. I don't know why. I remembered my childhood this morning. It made me emotional. I miss someone, but I can't tell them. I felt strong today. I spoke English with confidence. I'm scared I'll fail, but I want to keep going. This is not just writing. This is therapy. This is emotional connection. This is how English becomes a part of your soul. Step 4. Speak with feeling, not just grammar. Most English learners make one big mistake. They focus only on correctness, not connection. They say things like, I don't know the right grammar. What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? So they speak carefully, slowly, nervously. And the result is no emotion, no connection. But great speakers, even native speakers, don't always speak perfect grammar. They speak with feeling, with passion, with energy, with belief, and people remember them. That is your job now. Here's how to practice. Take any emotional sentence. Say it with real feeling. For example, I don't want to give up. I want to speak English so badly. This is important to me. I know I can do it. I'm tired, but I won't quit. I feel broken, but I'm still learning. Say each sentence slowly, loudly, clearly. Put emotion in every word. Repeat it. Feel it. Own it. Now English is no longer just a language. It becomes a channel for your soul. Step 5. Use emotional visualization in English. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself walking into a job interview with confidence, giving a speech in English to 500 people, making your parents proud with your English skills, traveling to another country and speaking fluently, helping someone because you understood them in English, reading a book and understanding every word, watching a movie and laughing with no subtitles, writing a love letter in English. Feel the emotions of that moment. Now describe it out loud. In English. Even if it's not perfect. Even if you don't have the exact words. Speak it anyway. Use simple English. But use strong feeling. This is called emotional visualization. And your brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. If you practice this daily, you will start building a new English identity inside you. A version of you that is already confident, fluent, and expressive. And slowly, you will become that person. Step 6. Listen to English that gives you goosebumps. This is a very unique and powerful strategy. Find English content that gives you goosebumps. It can be a speech, a poem, a song, a story, a movie scene, a powerful voice, a real-life story of struggle. When you listen to something in English and feel your heart beat faster, when your eyes become wet, when you feel something move inside your chest, That is not just language learning. That is brain rewiring. That's when the language enters your emotional memory and never leaves. So collect those moments. Make a playlist called Goosebumps English. Listen to it when you feel low. Repeat those words. Speak them like you mean them. And your English will grow from your heart, not from a textbook. Emotion is your most powerful learning tool. Don't just memorize words. Feel them. Don't just speak sentences. Express them. Don't just practice English. Live English. Breathe English. Cry in English. Love in English. Heal in English. Because when you connect English with emotion, you build a relationship that your brain will never forget. And that's how addiction is born. You no longer try to learn English. You need it. You love it. You become it. Part 4. Talk to yourself in English. Train your mouth to speak naturally. You can read 1,000 English books. You can understand 100 hours of English videos. But if you don't move your mouth, you will never speak fluently. Fluency is not just knowledge in your brain. Fluency is training in your mouth. It's physical. Think of it like this. You can watch 1,000 hours of dancing on YouTube. But can you dance? You can read 50 books on driving. But can you drive a car? You can study every rule of swimming. But will you float when you touch water? The answer is no. Because these are physical skills. And to master any physical skill, you must practice it physically. Speaking English is also a physical skill. But most learners do the opposite. They study grammar, they memorize vocabulary, they think a lot, but they don't move their mouth every day. And then they wonder, why can I understand English, but I can't speak? Now you know the answer. So now I'll teach you how to speak English alone, every day, and train your mouth, brain, and memory together. So you can become fluent without needing any teacher, partner, or school. Step 1. Accept the truth. Speaking alone is the fastest way to speak fluent English. Many learners ask, but how can I improve my speaking if I have no one to talk to? The answer is simple. Talk to yourself every single day, out loud, with energy, with emotion. This is not silly. This is not childish. This is exactly how champions are made. Every great speaker, actor, leader, and communicator has practiced alone for thousands of hours before they spoke in public. So don't wait for a perfect speaking partner. Don't wait for a class. Don't wait for a native speaker. Start now. Start alone. Start with yourself. Because when you talk to yourself in English, you control the topic. You can repeat again and again. You remove fear of judgment. You build confidence and clarity. Your mouth becomes trained. Your words become faster. Your voice becomes stronger. Your identity becomes more fluent. Step 2. The science. Why talking to yourself works. Your brain learns faster when you hear something, you speak it out loud, you feel the movement in your mouth, and you repeat it consistently. This process is called active recall with muscle memory. It builds deep connections between your brain's language center, your mouth's muscle control, your emotional confidence system. When you speak English to yourself, you're activating your vocabulary memory. You're training your mouth muscles to produce English sounds. You're building brain-to-mouth fluency. This is very different from just listening or reading. This is full-body fluency training. Now let's get into the practical methods. Step 3. The mirror talk method. Your most powerful fluency partner. The mirror is the best speaking partner in the world. It's always available. It never interrupts. It never laughs. And it reflects your body language, emotions, and eye contact. Stand in front of the mirror for 5 minutes. Look into your own eyes. Don't look away. Start with simple sentences about your day. Today, I woke up at 6:30. I feel tired but excited. I want to improve my English speaking today. Speak slowly, clearly, with emotion. Use hand movements and facial expressions. Repeat each sentence 3 times, louder each time. Add a second topic. Your dreams, your problems, your future plans. End with a power sentence. I am becoming fluent. I can feel it. I will speak English with confidence. This exercise activates your confidence muscles. You're not just practicing English. You're practicing belief, power, presence, fluency. Do this every morning and evening, even for 5 minutes. It will change everything. Step 4. The narration practice. Talk through your life in English. Narration means describing what you're doing as you do it. This is the easiest and most natural way to speak English all day long. Here's how to do it. Whatever you're doing, say it in English. When brushing your teeth. I'm brushing my teeth. The water is cold. I like the minty taste of the toothpaste. When cooking. I'm cutting the onions. They're making my eyes water. Now I'm heating the oil. When walking. The weather is hot today. I can see the sun. I'm sweating a little. When cleaning. This table is dusty. I need to clean it properly. I like when things are neat. This method turns your daily life into a language classroom. You don't need extra time. You don't need books. You just need awareness. And your mouth will get thousands of repetitions daily, without stress. Step 5. The shadowing technique. Copy like a parrot with power. Shadowing is a very famous and powerful method used by interpreters, actors, and language masters. It means listen to a sentence and immediately speak it at the same time, like an echo. It trains your brain to hear sounds correctly, match pronunciation and rhythm, improve fluency and speed, speak without translating. Part 5. Repeat until you crave it. Most people start learning English with excitement. But after a few days or weeks, they stop. Not because they're not intelligent. Not because they don't have time. Not because they don't want to improve. They stop because they never built repetition into their system. And without repetition, nothing sticks. The brain doesn't grow from what you do once. The brain grows from what you do every day. Fluency is not the result of intensity. It's the result of consistency. Repetition is the reason you remember your name. Repetition is the reason you walk without thinking. Repetition is the reason you speak your native language automatically. And now, repetition must be the reason you become fluent in English. Step 1. Understand how addiction really works. Let's break the myth of addiction. People think addiction is about weakness or bad habits. But in reality, addiction is very simple. When the brain experiences something again and again, and that experience gives even a small reward, it begins to expect that reward. And soon, the brain doesn't ask for permission. It just wants more. That's how people get addicted to sugar, scrolling, gambling, games, validation, social media. Now apply the same science to English. If you repeat your English practice every day, even for 10 minutes, even small things like saying 5 sentences to yourself, watching a short clip, writing a diary entry, reading a paragraph aloud, and if you attach emotion, belief, and identity to it, your brain will start to expect it. Miss a day? You'll feel uncomfortable. Miss 2 days? You'll feel restless. Miss 3 days? You'll feel lost. That's what we want. We want to make your brain crave English, just like it craves food, water, or sleep. That's how permanent fluency is built. Step 2. The magic rule. Repeat to remember. Repeat to rewire. Let me show you 2 types of repetition. Type 1. Repetition to remember. This is basic memorization. If you learn a new word like consistent and you never repeat it, you'll forget it within 2 to 3 days. But if you use it in a sentence, while speaking to yourself, in your diary, during narration, in a shadowing practice, then your brain stores it permanently. Type 2. Repetition to rewire. This is deeper. It's not just about remembering. It's about changing who you are. If every day for 90 days you say, I speak English confidently. English is part of my identity. Speaking English is easy for me. I train daily, I grow daily, I become better daily. Even if your brain didn't believe it on day 1, by day 90, it will start to accept it. This is called identity repetition. And it's how you rewire the way you think, act, and live. So now you must build a system where English words repeat, English phrases repeat, English actions repeat, English beliefs repeat, until one day, you don't try to be fluent. You wake up and realize you already are. Step 3. Create rituals, not random study sessions. Most learners treat English like a task. I'll do it when I have time. Maybe I'll study tomorrow. I'll learn English when I feel motivated. But that never works. Because the brain needs rhythm to trust something. And rhythm only comes from rituals. A ritual is something you do every day without negotiation, like brushing your teeth, like taking a shower, like eating. And now, English must become one of those things. Choose your time. Same time every day. Morning, lunch, evening, doesn't matter. But it must be fixed. Choose your practice. Like 5 minutes mirror talk, 5 minutes shadowing, 5 minutes journaling, 5 minutes listening, 5 minutes speaking aloud. Choose your place, your bed, your bathroom, your roof, your bus stop. One consistent place where your brain connects that place with English. Choose your reward. After your ritual, say something to yourself. I did it. I'm becoming better. I kept my promise. Do this for 30 days. Your brain will begin to expect English like it expects coffee or food. And you'll no longer rely on motivation. You'll have a system. Step 4. Use the repetition rule of 10 to 10 to 10. This method is very powerful for building momentum. 10 words plus 10 minutes plus 10 repetitions. Here's how it works. Choose 10 words or phrases you want to remember today. For example, I'm getting better. I can do this. I'm proud of myself. I'll never give up. This is just the beginning. It's okay to make mistakes. English is my identity. I trust myself. I am growing. I speak English every day. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Your only job is to repeat those 10 lines out loud again and again. Repeat each line 10 times with emotion. Feel it. Say it slowly, loudly, clearly. Now your brain, your tongue, your confidence, your voice. Everything gets trained together. Repeat this daily, and in 1 week, you will notice. Your speaking becomes smoother. Your hesitation becomes less. Your voice becomes stronger. Your English becomes automatic. That's the power of 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 10. Step 5. Make English boring, so you never stop. This may sound strange, but listen carefully. Most people quit English because they want it to feel exciting every day. But anything that's permanent in your life will sometimes feel boring. You brush your teeth every day. It's boring, but you still do it. You eat meals every day. sometimes boring, but necessary. You sleep, you bathe, you get dressed. Boring, but part of life. So here's a powerful mindset. Don't chase excitement, chase consistency, and let English become a normal part of your daily life. When English becomes as normal as tea or coffee, you win. Because now, you'll never quit. You'll repeat it forever. And that repetition will build fluency on a deep, unbreakable level. This is how you become addicted to English in the most beautiful, powerful, unstoppable way. Not because someone forced you, not because of school or pressure, but because you finally found a reason so deep, so personal, so emotional, that English became your identity, not your subject. So, from today, speak with purpose, learn with emotion, practice with power, repeat with consistency, and carry your mission every day like a flame in your heart. Because this is not just about English. This is about who you are becoming. This is about who you are choosing to become.